Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing, I don't want to say best of 2020, but it's what I got for the best of 2020. I'm going to just do standout products that I tried in 2020 or something like that. You see the title. What I ended up naming this video. But this year was so strange. Obviously, we had a pandemic, and so it kind of affected how I approached makeup. Not just that, but the fact that I moved cross country also. It definitely limited how many makeup products I tried in this year. Usually I have separate videos for eye products, face products, lip products, and then I'll have like a worst of video. This year I'm only doing one video, and I'm just basically gonna round up the products that stood out to me that I tried this year, because I did go on a no-buy for the first several months of the pandemic. I don't think I bought a new product aside from one from March to like June, and I did not really promote any new products on my channel. I did like a lot of shop my stash type of videos and whatnot. So during that time I was not buying, and then in August I moved cross country and I was living out of one makeup bag until pretty much October. So I did try a few new products during that time, but not a ton. A majority of the stuff that I tried actually was in November. And I just didn't feel like, I feel bad for the products that launch at the end of the year, because I never feel like fair to call them the best of because I haven't used them long enough, you know? But there are a couple of things. So we're gonna get into it. I'm just gonna throw out, you know, I don't know, maybe there's a dozen products here. Standout products for me for 2020. They are by no means the best things that launched in 2020. I'm not really qualified to say that because I really didn't try everything that launched, or even a lot of things that launched. So anyway, if you want to know what my standout products were for 2020, then keep on watching. I feel like we should start with eyeshadow just because that's what I have the most of, and those are my favorite products to try. I don't have a foundation for this video, or concealer for that matter. What I do have is a lot of eyeshadow. So the first one that I want to mention was one that I tried during my no-buy. The only product I tried during my no-buy, the e.l.f. Bite Size eyeshadow palettes. The reason that I did try these when I was on the no-buy was because they were $3, and I thought that they were such a great thing if you were struggling during the pandemic and you just needed a little pick-me-up and you wanted to buy something new but you didn't have the money to spend. For $3, I wanted to see if these were any good, and so good. You get 4 shadows for $3, and they're like really high quality, like really, really pigmented. One swatch, like just so beautiful. I got these two. I was gonna get more, and then I never ended up getting more. This is the, what is this one? Berry Bad and Cream and Sugar. And the reason that I got these two is because I felt like they were the two that I would get the most use out of. My all-time favorite glam neutral eye makeup look that I usually create with the Urban Decay Naked Reloaded palette, I felt like I could create that same look with these two, so that's why I got these. I did want to go back and get the green one, and I never ended up getting it, but they're, I think, a permanent item, so it's like I can get it at any time. And for $3, these are one of the best releases in 2020 in my opinion. So next up we have the Urban Decay Naked Ultraviolet. I love this for so many reasons. Do I think it's the best formula Urban Decay has ever done? No. The Reloaded is still my favorite. I think it's the best naked palette ever. But I love this one. I did a few looks with this when I first got it, and they're some of my favorite looks that I did in 2020. I just love this take on purple. Purple's not something I go to all of the time, but I just think this is so fun. It's very approachable. The shadows are not in your face pigmented. They're definitely buildable formula. And I think a lot of people didn't like this palette because when they went to use it, they found that it wasn't pigmented, or it wasn't as pigmented as they were expecting it to be. I think the shadows are still pigmented, but this is a naked collection. So they are softer, but you can definitely build this up to a nice, bold, in-your-face, smoky eye. I will insert a picture of one of the looks that I did from this palette that I thought was pretty dramatic in my opinion. And I did that with this palette. So I love it. You can go soft here with the neutrals. You can go glam here with the darker ones. You got a few funky colors in the middle. So if you felt like, you know, getting, you know, crazy with it and doing a pop of like really good color, you have this fuchsia shade here. It was just a very fun launch and very exciting, and I collect the naked palettes, so I have all of them except for Cherry, which I did not like Cherry at all. This one has enough variation. I felt like all the shades in Cherry were the same, and this one isn't that way. You have a lot of different tones in here, so you can create a lot of different looks. The next eyeshadow palette that was a standout to me this year was the Natasha Denona Bronze palette. I am so into her $65 palettes. Like these smaller pans, mid-price range, monochromatic palettes are amazing in my opinion. I really have GLAM palette FOMO. I did not get the GLAM palette, and I really wish I did. And there's still time. I might get it at some point. But when this one came out, I ran to get it. I mean, this is a warm, toned, neutral dream come true. I mean, it's beautiful. This got a lot of flack, though, for the shimmers being too similar. And I will say that some of them, they could have gone a hair lighter with one shade. They could have done like a lighter toned shimmer, like a little bit more champagne-y. But this is a bronze palette. This is the lightest shimmer that they did in this palette. And it's not that light. But I have created some really pretty looks with this palette, and I think the formula is amazing. As we know, it's Natasha Denona, and I'm not one that I can really ever see me pulling the trigger on a $130 eyeshadow palette. So the fact that she has these middle-of-the-road price point palettes makes me very happy, and I hope she continues to put out palettes in this range with this formula, because, or this combination of formulas. I think there's like 4 different formulas in this palette. There's like a duochrome, her metallic, her matte, and her creamed powder, and I love them all. Love them all. On my eyes, actually, today, I used the first palette I ever tried in 2020. The first new release that I ever tried in 2020. And it's definitely not stand out in a good way. I love this palette. It's so beautiful. I want it to be my favorite palette of the year, but it's not because of the fallout. It is the Amrezy ABH palette. That's what I'm wearing now. This is a standout product only because I didn't love it as much as I wanted to love it. I do love it. When I look at it, it makes me happy. When I use it, it makes me happy. But then I have glitter all over my face, and then it makes me sad. And let me look right now, because I did do a mix of both glitters on my face, or on my lid. There's glitter particles. Not as bad as normal, but you know, I haven't been wearing this that long, so there's still time to have a shower all over my face. This was the first palette that they did with pressed glitter, so it's their first go at pressed glitter, and ABH shadows don't tend to be pressed very hard in the pan as it is. That's why they tend to have a lot of kick up, and they tend to be very, very pigmented. And I feel like that's what they did with the glitters, and that was kind of a mistake because there's not enough glue in them to keep them stuck to your eyeballs. I've even used these with glitter glue and I still end up with them all over my face, which is just so strange to me. But this glitter liddy here, it's a golden pink glitter. It is so unique and it's one of the most beautiful glitters I've ever seen in my life. I just didn't love it as much as I really wanted to because of those glitters. The rest of the palette is beautiful though. It just got points taken off for the glitter. So, is it the best palette that launched? No, but it could have been. I haven't seen anyone put it on their best of list for the year. But I'm just putting it on this list because I'm talking about products that stood out to me. And this stood out to me because of the flaws it had that I didn't want it to have. Alright, so let's move on to a couple of face products. Alright, so one of my favorite collections, like total collections that launched was the Bretman Rock Wet n Wild collaboration. This was his Jungle Rock collection, and I reviewed the whole collection, and it was just such an amazing collection. Everything in the collection was stunning. Everything. They did an eyeshadow palette. They did highlight brushes, facial spray, lip gloss. But the standout product for me in the whole collection was definitely the highlight. What was unique about this highlight is it's loose and it has double sides. Like it's a dual chamber highlight. One side has a yellow toned highlight and the other has like a coppery red toned highlight. Both are equally as stunning. And when I tell you stunning, you know Wet n Wild's loose formula is like on another level, right? This is even on an additional another level. And the yellow one is the one that I tend to use on my face. The other one is a bit too like glittery for me. Not just glittery. It's a bit too deep for my face, but I love it on my eyes. This was a limited edition, and I really think that Wet n Wild should consider bringing this back because it's so good. I don't know if these swatches are going to really do it any justice because they don't really look that great, but so beautiful. Best formula I think they've ever put out. Second best maybe? I don't know. The colors, formula, the price, I think this was $6. And the day I run out of this, I'll cry because you can't get it anymore. It's really sad. But Bretman Rock killed it with this collection. I think the whole collection was so good. And the price point can't be beat. But I think the best highlighter that Wet n Wild put out for 2020 was one that I tried in November. And that was their blush lighter duos. And I don't know if like when this actually launched, but I know they sent them to me in end of October, early November. This is supposed to be like a highlighter and a blush duo, right? Both of them are shimmery. This color is like fine. It's definitely like a blush, right? But this shade right here, oh my God. This is blinding. I don't know if this swatch, again, is going to translate, but I have it on my face. Here it is. Blinding. And this is Wet n Wild highlighter. Better than pretty much any high-end highlighter in my whole collection. I would put this up against any high-end highlighter on the market, and I bet it'll perform the same, if not better. That's how good this is. Like, it's not glittery, it's not chunky, it's so beautiful. It's so smooth, but like glossy. You know? I don't know. I love it. I love this for the inner corner. I love it for my nose. I love it for my cheeks. I love this highlighter so much. This other side is pretty. I could take it or leave it. This, I want a full pan of this. I want all of this. I want to bathe in it. I love it so much. Best thing Wet n Wild's done. But I have another Wet n Wild product on this list. We'll get to it. Another great drugstore highlighter that came out this year is the Revlon Skin Lights. This one that I have is the shade, what shade is this? Twilight Gleam. Loved this. Loved this. So freaking buttery. So glowy. This is very Champagne Pops vibes with this color. Just so beautiful. Definitely a standout product from Revlon this year. They did have a bronzer that I was sent with this, and I didn't love it as much. It was just like not deep enough for me. So I don't know if the formula is, if I like the bronzer or not, because I just didn't like the shade. But this, if you haven't tried this and you're looking for an affordable highlight, well, first you should check out the Wet n Wild one, but this one is really good as well. Really good. A bronzer that I didn't hear anyone talk about this year, and I thought was excellent, and that was from The Balm. It is their Bronzilla Bronzer, Contour, and Shadow. They came out with their new Clean Beauty green packaging. Everything is cardboard. It has like a little flap here and it sticks into the thing, but I cut it off because it was so annoying. But the problem is there's no magnet inside, so now it just flaps, so I have to keep the sleeve, otherwise it'll just pop open. That wasn't really well thought out on my part, but I love this so much. I love this, the tone of this. I don't think that this comes in like multiple shades. I think this is just like a one and done, standard, one size fits all type of product. You can use it as a bronzer, a contour, or an eyeshadow, which I do with my bronzers anyway. But I just love the color of this. Let me put some on. I don't have this on right now. Where's my mirror? All right, so it's just such a like good color. It's like not too warm, it's not too cool, it's kind of in the middle. And if I'm feeling like particularly pale, like it just gives me that glow. I have a different bronzer on today, and I was like looking at myself feeling like I was not looking bronze enough. But like I use this one and I just automatically feel like I look better. And nobody talks about it. I don't know why. It's a very smooth formula. It goes on so nice. You can't really overdo it. Well, I mean, you can always overdo it, but it's a nice buildable formula. It's medium pigment, I would say. And I don't know. I just, look how pretty that is. Like that just kind of bumped up my bronze factor, I feel. I don't know why no one's talking about it. A Benefit launch that's kind of weird. Like, I wouldn't have thought that I would have liked this product, but I ended up loving it. This is new blush Georgia Peach that they launched. And when I first got this and I looked at it, I was like, this is way too light for me. Like, way too light. It has a hint of sheen to it. But that's if you put like a big fat thick swatch on. I have this on my cheeks right now, and I just think it gives such a beautiful, subtle glow to the skin with a hint of color. Like, it's not colorless. It's not as light as it looks in the pan, but it definitely doesn't go on too deep either. I feel like it's just the right amount when you're doing something like a smoky eye like I have on right now, when you don't want your blush to be like too much, you know? I think this one is perfect for that. And this one launched in 2020. I also tried the California in 2020, which did not launch in 2020, and I'm obsessed with that one too. That one I like when I don't have as bold of an eye look though. Like, I wouldn't probably want to put that on today, you know, with this eye look, but I do love that one as well. But this one definitely stood out to me because I definitely wasn't expecting to like it as much as I do. Couple of eye products that stood out to me. This one I tried in September. This is the Wet n Wild Breakup Proof Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. Don't sleep on this. This is such a good freaking eyeliner. It's an eyeliner pen, so if you prefer a pen, you're gonna love this. The tip is firm enough, like it's bendy that it'll move with you, but it's not so bendy that you can't get that straight line and have a lot of control. The color is so black. You can get a skinny line, you can get a thick line, you can really play with it. I don't know if you can see the skinny line that's on the top there, but you can really play with it, and like, look how black that is. I'm wearing it right now, and I absolutely, it's my favorite liner that launched in 2020. It's the one that I go to all of the time. It dries down pretty matte, and it does not budge. It's so good, and it's Wet n Wild, so you know it's so affordable. The other standout eye product was a mascara, and you know, this one got mixed reviews. It was either you loved this or you hated this, and that was the Urban Decay Lash Freak Mascara. Everyone was like, what in the hell? Because it has like this weird brush. And it has like bristles on one side, and it's got the round tip one, like the Givenchy mascara that launched several years ago. I don't know if you guys remember it, but it had like a ball applicator on the top of it. This one's kind of a hybrid of that. It looks like a mascara monster with teeth. I don't know. It's very weird, hence the name Lash Freak. When I first got it, I was like, oh God. The formula was so goopy and wet and thick. But after about a week of it getting some air and kind of drying out just a hint, holy shit. Like, I loved this. Like, it made my lashes look so thick and just voluminous and I don't want to say spidery because that has like a negative connotation, but just very lashy. It's a really great explanation. This mascara makes me look lashy. That's what it's supposed to do. No, but I just feel like when I use this, I can forego falsies and it doesn't even matter. Like, it gives me that drama in a mascara that most mascaras don't. You know what I mean? There was that sweet spot window of like when it dried up a little, where it looked amazing, and then it dried up too much and it stopped working as well. It was like a window there. And now it's kind of like on its last leg. I think I got this in July, I want to say. But I loved it. I thought it was great. But again, it wasn't something that I loved right away. It took me a minute to use it and figure out like, okay, I didn't like it when it was super goopy, but it's one like you open it and you let it sit for like a week and then it'll be amazing. The last makeup product, I have a couple of skincare and hair products I want to talk about, but the last makeup product that I think is outstanding wasn't exactly a launch of 2020, but it was kind of a relaunch. And that is the Wet n Wild, lots of Wet n Wild in 2020. The Wet n Wild Mega Matte Lipsticks. These lipsticks have been around for a long time. But the packaging was very lackluster and they really just never called to me. My first lipstick I ever tried was Wet n Wild, CVS, and I was, I don't know, 13. I don't even know. It might have been a similar formula. Looked exactly like, or very similar to the packaging right before this. Nothing special. But then they put it in this packaging, and it just changed everything. They sent me this whole collection and then the High Shine collection. The High Shine collection comes in the same packaging, but white. So beautiful. Has the lips. Very Pat McGrath inspired, I think. Both formulas are gorgeous, by the way. The Shine one, I really like it, but I don't tend to gravitate to shiny lips because, one, these are not good to wear under a mask. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Like, if you're going to wear lipstick under a mask, you want it to be a matte formula 100%, because it really won't transfer, like, stays on my face, it doesn't smudge, whatever. This will. But still a good formula if you're looking for, if you like a sheen and you're not wearing a mask. I do recommend that formula a lot. But These three are my favorite. This is the shade Bare It All, and this is like the warm kind of pinky nude. And there are three beautiful nudes in this collection. This is Skinny Dipping, probably my favorite. This is very like Urban Decay Safe Word. It's like a pinky cool tone nude. And then you have Never Nude, which is more of that brown toned nude. And I just love them all so much. These give me my three nude tones for my L'Oreal Color Reach lip liners. You got a brown tone, kind of a purple tone, and a pink tone. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I'm wearing a combination of Skinny Dipping and Never Nude on my lips right now with my Color Reach matte lip liner, and matte's it. Ride or die. Talk about it all the time. Don't need to mention that. But I have these on right now. I've been wearing them every day since I got them. But the best part is they're $2. $2. And these are performing like the Urban Decay Vice lipsticks, which are my favorite lipsticks of all time. I collect them. I have an entire collection of Urban Decay Vice lipsticks. So I speak on this because I know. These are performing as good as those for $2. So definitely worth checking out if you are in the market for lipstick. You like matte lipsticks. Okay, so I'm trying to wipe off this, wipe off my swatches and this eyeliner. I rest my case. So anyway, yeah, definitely worth checking out if you're looking for lipsticks. They have lots of good colors, no matter what you're into. If you're not into nude lipsticks, they have reds, they have corals, they have oranges, they have lots of colors. And if you're interested in me swatching, doing like a try-on swatch of the entire collection, I would be happy to do that. I wanted to do that when I got the package because in my mind I thought it was a new release, and then I realized these lipsticks have been around forever. Nobody probably wants me to do a swatch video. But then I saw my friend Samantha do it, and I was like, damn it, I should have just done it. So if you guys are into these or you want to see more about them, leave me a comment, let me know, and I will do a video on those. What else? Okay, so we have one hair product and two skincare. So let's just get the hair out of the way. Hair is not my thing. It's not my specialty, it's not my area of interest, and it's definitely not my area of expertise. But I have a lot of hair, I have long hair, and I really should put more effort in than I do. One product that came out this year, and I actually talked about it in a video that never went live. It was a trying new makeup video or just trying new product video, first impressions video. And I did not like the video for some reason. Oh no, I know what it was. The sound went wonky. There was a sound issue and I couldn't publish it. But I tried this product, and this is called the Ecstatic Brush. And I will leave a link to it because I cannot remember all of the details on the brand that makes it. I got this in PR, but it is so innovative. You open it up, you lift this thing up, and there's a sheet in here, and it's kind of like a dryer sheet. And it fits over the bristles of the brush perfectly. You close it up, and then you brush your hair, and it removes all of the frizz. It's like a dryer sheet. If you've ever used a dryer sheet to like get the static and the frizz out of your hair, this is what it is in a brush without the chemicals. So dryer sheets have tons of chemicals. You definitely don't want to be putting that on your head. But this brush does that by itself. And you have to change these. So I have a bunch of them in here. And you buy the brush, and then you buy the refills. Okay, so it's called the Ecstatic Anti-Static Brush from 4Babs. It's an indie brand, and like I said, this got sent to me in the PR, and I was like, what? And since moving to a humid climate, this has come in real handy because I have really been struggling with the frizz. I was living on the West Coast in a very dry climate, so frizz was minimal. Now, frizz is reality. And so this brush is just so innovative and such a cool idea. So if you struggle with frizz and it's a constant battle for you, I recommend giving this a try, because I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but like just that brushing it through right there made a difference in my frizz. I still get like the flyaways and stuff, but like I'll put some pomade, or even you can use just like a clear lash gel on those little flyaways if you have like one or two that are just not listening to you. But overall, I think this is a really cool product, so I just wanted to bring it up. So, skincare product that I really love is this new eye cream. It's the Triple Algae Eye Renewal Balm from Algenist. Algenist is my ride or die brand. I'm very brand loyal to them. I love their products beyond measure. I think that there's a lot of bullshit in the skincare industry, and I think a lot of the products that you will buy at the high-end beauty counters or the mid-range brands at Sephora are full of bullshit ingredients, synthetic fragrances, and crap you shouldn't be putting on your skin. The largest organ in your body that absorbs literally everything into you. If I did a worst product video, this would definitely be in there. I tried a $400 serum this year. I did a video. You can check it out if you want. Full of synthetic fragrance and bullshit. Like, I was so butthurt just for the fact that they were charging $400 for this garbage. But anyway, I digress. This is a brand that is science-based. And I don't know if they call themselves clean beauty. I don't think they do. But this brand is just top notch, you guys. I trust it. I trust them. I love every product I've tried from them. I haven't tried a bad product. Not one. But this Triple Eye Renewal Balm is really nice. It's the first eye cream that you can literally put all around your entire eye, on your lids, under your eyes. It diminishes darkness while also treating wrinkles and dehydration and all those things. And you can use it right under makeup, like you can prep your under eyes with it right before you put on concealer. So it works before bed as your night cream, under your makeup as your regular eye cream. I really never got into Algenist's eye cream. It just never did anything for me. I always used their liquid collagen under my eyes. Their liquid collagen serum is my top #1 favorite product of all time. And I think it doubles as an eye cream. But I've been using this because it launched at the end of the fall. And I love it. I just think it's so good. So if you're in the market for an eye cream, like I've been using it for a while and it doesn't even look like I put a dent in it, and I use it twice a day. So I recommend that. And then another product that Algenist put out this year that I just love is the Blue Algae Vitamin C Dark Spot Correcting Peel. This is a salon grade peel. And you can do it at home. You don't really want to do this every day though, like maybe once a week. It's potent, so you want to make sure that you're putting like good soothing skincare on with it. I'm on Sephora's website and I just want to make sure that I give you the correct information about what this does. So it says that it is a vegan resurfacing and exfoliating peel that reduces the look of dark spots, hyperpigmentation, while visibly smoothing the texture, evening tone, and brightening. It's for normal to combination skin. It addresses dark spots, fine lines and wrinkles, dullness, and uneven skin texture. The highlight ingredients are the hyaluronic acid, which is the algae, which regenerates your skin, which is it's my favorite skincare ingredient of all time. Blue algae, vitamin C, triple acid complex, which enhances spot reducing power without drying out your skin. And what I like about this too is the experience. Like you put this on and it is a gel, and I don't want to like waste it, but it is a gel, and you put it on, and you will feel like a tingly sensation as it starts to kind of penetrate the skin. You leave it on for 20 minutes and then you rinse your face. What I did do like a master class with them, learning how to use this product when it first came out. I want to say in June or July. And they were saying to wet the skin, because when you wet the skin, it absorbs your skincare better. So they have a hyaluronic serum spray that I use. I don't have it in front of me right now, but that was one of the things that they had us use before we used the product, and they said you'll get better benefits from it. But I talked about this in more detail in my Makeup Monthly right around the time that this came out and I had used it, and several of you guys had tried this and were raving that you loved it. And I really highly recommend. I always have a 20% off with them, which I don't get a commission on. I've never ever gotten a commission on. I don't know if I'm supposed to get a commission, but it's 20% off, which is basically VIB Rouge discount, but you have to do it through their website, not Sephora's. So it's not a cheap brand, you know what I mean? I think this product is like $85. Yeah, it's $85. My favorite product from them is $120. I don't feel super comfortable recommending products that pricey, but because these products really, really work, and I really, really stand by the ingredients in them, I would recommend them with a discount, and say that if you have to choose between splurging on skincare or splurging on makeup, I would say get the good skincare and drugstore makeup, and you're going to still look like you spent a lot of money on your makeup. You know what I mean? Anyway, that is it. That's all I got for you. My standout products from 2020. It's not a whole lot, but it is what stood out to me, what I tried. I want to hear from you guys. What did you love from 2020? Anything I should try? There's definitely products that I didn't try that are on my like FOMO list, like the list of things I wish that I got. If you want me to do a video on like products I didn't get but wish I did, let me know and I'll do that video too, because there's definitely a list of those. Several ColourPop palettes, for example, that I didn't get that I should have got. Anyway, let me know what your favorites were from 2020 or products that stood out to you. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell so you never miss when I upload a video. You can follow me on social. My handle's @GLAMLATTE. And don't forget the Glam Latte Beauty Podcast is on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, CastBox, and iHeartRadio. All those details are in the description box down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
I just wanna hold you.